Hey guys, this is BiXX. Welcome to another Mentoring Monday. I've been reading a great book about a purpose-driven formula for sustainable success. It's called Dynamic Drive by successful sports agent and motivational speaker Molly Fletcher. Dynamic Drive is an inspirational-based drive that's fueled by your purpose. In her book, I rediscovered the number one obstacle to growth and achievement. It's about how you can suffocate your own potential. I bet everyone who watches this video has suffered from this in the past or suffers from it now. I know that I have. The powerful killer of growth that I'll talk about today is complacency. This is such an important topic, I'm going to divide it into three parts. Complacency is a natural state because we want to remain comfortable and be in comfortable territory and not seek out the unknown. It's a built-in biological safety feature. Our brains prefer the familiar, the people, the places, the things we've seen before over the new and the unfamiliar, and certainly the challenging. Complacency helps keep us safe and it maximizes brain efficiency. So when complacency becomes a habit, it can be a big challenge to overcome. Complacency is a byproduct of habit. It represents the most damaging roadblock to progress and to a fulfilled, engaged, and abundant life. It's a feeling of self-satisfaction that keeps you from reaching your potential. Drive and complacency battle each other inside of each of us. Complacency indicates a lack of progress. This silent dream killer seeks to invade your souls and steal your dreams. When we stay stuck in the patterns of life, all hopes for success simply pass us by. Our lives become regretful tales of woulda, shoulda, coulda. I was very comfortable working a secure job as the vice president of sales for a company in Tennessee. A nice paycheck, possible big bonus at the end of the year, and soon contributions towards a nice retirement plan. All a very safe place. But I felt like my ceiling was capped, nowhere else to grow. The more I grew my boss's bank account. So after 5 years at working at this company, I took a huge risk to go out on my own. I bought a dying company in the same industry. It was grow or die. Complacency was not an option. Complacency would have meant automatic failure. So in this case, I jumped into a very risky situation that did not allow me to be comfortable. That came much later. How about your dreams? Do you still have them? Or have you slipped into a pattern of what's easiest, what's most comfortable, what's most convenient, and what's guaranteed? We show up every day, but inside of us we wonder, shouldn't we feel more engaged in our own lives? Shouldn't there be something more? Speaking of what's guaranteed, paychecks are guaranteed. They're great. I used to love to get one for nearly 20 years. But if you really think about it, what's a paycheck? It's the amount your boss has to pay you to give up your dreams. Complacency is like quicksand. Before we know it, we've sunk down to our knees. It gets harder to break free. At some point, your mental chatter says it's okay to stick it out until we retire, or until the kids leave the house, or the kids leave for college, or until your boss changes, or till you get promoted, or till you get more money or make more money, until complacency has become a lifestyle. But what if you could detect complacency and keep it at check? The first step is to understand what is complacency. I want to talk about 3 myths and their truths. So here's myth number 1. Complacency isn't such a bad thing. I'm happy and content. Truth. Complacency suffocates your potential and it leaves you stuck and unfulfilled. Myth. Complacency isn't a choice. My environment gives me no other option. While it's true that you can often not choose your circumstances, complacency is definitely a choice. Myth: I'm highly successful. I've achieved so much. There's no way I'm complacent. Truth: achievement often leads to complacency. Or what I like to say is success breeds failure. You cannot revel in a win for too long. You get successful and it makes you want to cruise for a while. Fear can also cause complacency, and I'll talk about fear as a cause of complacency a little later in this series of videos. To keep this topic manageable in terms of time, that's going to conclude part one. So think about, I want you to do this, the important areas in your life, okay? Most important areas of your life, and which areas have you become complacent and why? If you take the time to do this, it's going to be a little uncomfortable, but the truth will also really help you. Speaking of the truth and speaking of helping you, I'll talk about that in parts 2 and parts 3 when I wrap up this topic. So I'll see you again in 2 weeks. And remember, it's never too late to reinvent yourself. Cheers.